Hey guys, welcome to On the Beat weekly podcast. On the Beat is all about giving young people a voice. We explore all the interesting topics that affect us in the world today. So come, listen, enjoy, and be inspired.
On the beat, on the beat.
Hello, good evening, everyone.
On the beat,
What's up?
on the beat.
Alexia,
Hey.
Mikhail,
On the beat,
we up in here.
I'm cool.
We up in the dance, right?
Another episode.
Of On the Beats podcast, right? Today we're going to talk about possession versus experience, right? Or experiences, however you want to put it. Possessions versus experiences. What do I mean by that? Many people pursue possessions. Experience of life but the thing is, experience of life tend to come along for the ride. You know, while we live, it tend to come along for the ride, and we make the most of it whenever experiences hit us. But we don't actually go to pursue experience. We receive experience, but we don't pursue experience. And that's why, as we are trying to look to create these experiences, because creating experience is such a great thing in life. But people mostly tend to strive according to their possessions because they want to be known according to their possessions. Hey,
Right.
I have my iPhone, right? I should be known for the fella who does always have an iPhone. Or I have a car, what kind of car I drive, or the kind of house I live in. You know,
Right.
I want to be known by my possessions.
Why not?
But the fact is, there's something about experience that stays with you. You see, possessions fade, but experience will never be forgotten. It can be adopted or shaped your future. So let me start this ball rolling. Possessions versus experience. Have you ever considered yourself someone who pursue possessions or pursue experience?
I never really consider myself doing like one, but I could see myself doing both, if that makes sense. Like I could see myself having a lot of experiences and then striving to have great possessions. So I could see myself doing it. But I can't say I'm just one thing. I can't do that. One thing.
So that's because I know some people tend to do education, they tend to build their careers because they want to achieve having a car, achieve having a house, right? They want to have possessions, have gold rings and them kind of stuff, right? And this is what they think define them. So Mikhail, if this defines you, are you the type of person to go after possessions or to go after experience? Which one?
I'm the type of person to go after experience. And I believe with experience comes knowledge. I've tried the both, and I've tried possessions like having flashy watches, the best just shoes, these things, and it just isn't me. It takes me out of my comfort zone to please people, which shouldn't be so. I rather be known for experience.
Uh,
And like I said, with experience comes knowledge.
yeah, because most young people, we tend to do the two things. We tend to go after possessions, right? The latest shoe, the latest outfit, the latest phones, right? Even the glasses we wear, it had to be some kind of stylish glasses. Yeah, and Alexia, but even the hairstyle have to be some sort of decent hairstyle.
Just be me wanting to express my extraness.
No,
Right.
it's just saying that young people tend to express themselves. There's nothing wrong in expressing yourself through possessions, but yet subconsciously, do you know that we create our own experiences. Well, at least I don't know for now during this COVID time, right? But before COVID, young people used to create their own experience unconsciously. They didn't even notice that, right? And it's after a while, then they go realize, hey, you know, I'm missing that. You know, I'm missing what we had, what we experienced back then, what we used to do back then, you know? And are you aware as young people that y'all are creating your own experience for the future memories, right? And you are aiming to gain possessions at the same time?
I would just simply say I'm not aware of both, but I'm aware that we create experience on our own because even in these times when I'm chilling with my friends, we all sit back and say, wait, you know, I wish I could have go back and experience this, or I wish I could have go back and experience this. Like it
Yeah.
could be simple as hiking or cooking something. Think
Mhm.
something that you could have done on a normal daily basis, but you can't do it now because of the situation that the world is in.
Yeah. What experience have you experienced already that you wish to experience it again?
Nothing can come up from mind right now, but I would say go on a hike, uh, adventurous fun, something to bring back memories and yet gain memories as well as gain experience bring back past experiences.
Alexia, what experience have you had in the past?
Like experiencing the difference from Trinidad to Tobago because like the water clearer, like the air seems so much. It feels like a release when you go there. Like it just calm and soothing. And since pandemic, I get to go. There's never been to
Never
Tobago.
went once in my lifetime, only in my mother's belly. But other than that, I have never experienced how Tobago is. I've only heard of how nice it is. But if it's
Yeah,
one,
what? We have to go on a mission trip or something to Tobago, right? We can't allow this pack of nonsense to happen anymore, right? We we got to look to do some kind of trip and to help young
yeah,
people maybe in Tobago or something, right? We have to do some sort of mission maybe next year. Um, One of the experience that I had a couple times, but the first time is, see, for example, you all would understand my point of view of how I'm going to start this statement is that you always hear about Africa, right? And you might see it on TV or wherever, and you might dream about reaching there, but you think that dream is far-fetched, right? It might never happen because if I can reach Tobago, how I can reach Africa, that kind of thing, right? So, right? So
yeah,
think about that mindset, right? Think about that mindset that they have right now. And then, lo and behold, they get this opportunity to go to Africa. And on the way to Africa is stopping off on countries that they still never have been before, right? Now, to reach Africa from Trinidad and Tobago, it takes 2 days of travel, right? And when I finally reach Africa and I step off the plane, it's like, and then I see the dirt is red. The atmosphere is kind of reddish. And it's like there was a transformation from the mindset you all have, from where it can't happen, where now it's far-fetched, to you want to hold the dirt and like, am I really here? That kind of way. Is that something about experiences this make you elevate your mindset, your perspective will change. and you would be like, wait, it actually have these things. You always seen it on TV, but it actually have these things. When I see it with your own eyes, you start to believe even more. Not to say it wasn't believing before, but it's just that something become real to you. And that is the highlight. I think I would trade my possessions for a lot of experiences like that. And a lot of people in today's society tend to run away from experiences. I mean, it can have bad and good experience, right? We know of many bad experiences, and yet it could have magical experiences, but we tend to run away from it. Why we tend to run away from it?
Because
I really can't. Sometimes, sometimes experiencing bad things is even turn out for the better of the good.
Mhm.
It's like, okay, so let's say like when I used to go high school, I used to fight a lot. I was a very disrespectful youth child. And I would say if I didn't go through these stages of life, which and mind not being disrespectful and rude, it is wrong
Mhm.
in authority and in your household. But I would say going through those stages of life and then going on to do like institutes from free institute from government based and meeting teachers, meeting people that had the same bad attitude as me and changed and they talked to me and showed me how good, show me the good and the bad of it and how far it could take you and how far it cannot take you. And I would say experiences will take you a longer way than possession. And possessions, believe me or not, I think you all could agree with me. When you have possessions, it tends to broken you. Like you just can't save money. And then sometimes when you purchase this latest shoes and next latest shoes come out and the latest shoes that you just purchased just out of style. So you will be back in your pocket to get this latest shoes because you want to own this. And these and all these is things I would say that will cause problem in people in children childhood if they don't seek not some type of interest, but if we don't seek some type of interest in talking to them from our past experiences, let
Yeah.
our experience help them to experience the better for the good.
Well said. Alexia.
I agree completely. I find the older people should help us with understand how to like go through life in certain situations. If I come to Brent and I tell him about something and he went through it too, he shouldn't criticize me. He should be like, yeah, nah, to be honest, that happened to me too. And this I do.
Exactly.
So I don't really think it's wise for you to do the same, you know? Yeah. And I think one of the reasons why we run away from experiences is because we feel like we're not allowed to have certain experiences, or like we shouldn't experience certain things because it's now we time, or we need a yes to go to this thing. For example, you can't go to Tobago by yourself. You know, if you're my age, you can't go to Tobago by yourself. You gotta go with somebody,
Mm-hmm.
And
right? So these kind of different things is probably why we just run away from experiences, I feel.
then growing up with strict parents, I would say have a part to play with it because it could be simple as
A huge
this.
part.
Huh? Yeah, I
A
believe
big
so. I
part.
believe it, it could be as simple as me and my neighbor. I'm the inside child. My mom doesn't want me to go anywhere, doesn't want me to experience nothing. But I'm seeing my neighbor going out there, experiencing life to his best playing football, traveling all over the countries. It's these simple things. So I would say parents as well have a part to play in it. And I would say parents should I'm not saying that you should lock down your child, but I'm also saying that you should let them experience certain things so that they will become the better person that they were meant to be.
Yeah, it's true because I remember I wanted to experience playing football for my school, and my father said, sports will not take you nowhere, books will take you somewhere. And he denied me from playing for my school. I had to go behind his back in order to play for my school. So he didn't know. I had to save up to buy my own tugs, right? And uniform and so on. So I got to play for the school, but I didn't get to play many games because of the fact that I had to hide from my parents in order to play. So anytime I come home late, because the games will be after school. So anytime I come home late, I always have to create an excuse to give him. But that is an experience I would love. And yes, parents have a part to play in it. And parents,
That your father said that though,
yeah,
especially seeing that that wasn't even their main focus when they were this age. Is it kind of difficult to listen to somebody when they can't relate to you exactly? If that makes sense. Like same thing I was talking about with how if I have an issue, I talk to Brent about it. Brent relay how he gets through this issue. If I go to my parents and talk to them about it, I might feel like they would give me an answer that could benefit me entirely. I mean, of course, most things parents are right for, but experience wise, like going out with friends and stuff, they can't fully, no person could fully tell you about it because every person living in a different generation and exposed to different things.
yeah.
And the world going, it will be different for everybody. So in my parents' generation, they could have go outside, walk down the street, not worry about little to nothing. But then in my generation, it have more worries, it have more issues. So that's why it's kind of difficult to listen to them entirely when it comes to experiencing like things you will want to experience yourself
Yeah,
without asking.
because I think we young people would tend to listen to other young people more than they would tend to listen to the older generation, because we believe that we as peers would understand where each other coming from, and just like how Alexia just highlighted, and the older generations may not understand, and they might be hard and fast in setting out a rule or advice, right? And what I observe too is that when we share experiences to each other, we would share experiences to say, hey, don't go down that road, because I was down that road, and we would actually, how parents or older people will tend to give you a summary, but they're not going in details, right? We would tend to give you details. So you know what we're talking about. You can see what we're talking about. You can get the actual picture of what we're talking about. And you will have that decision to make afterwards. And that is the difference.
But then there are these stubborn one that would say, your experience wouldn't be my experience, which is totally true, even though they are stubborn. But sometimes our bad experience could turn out to be their good or best experience. But what about experiencing too much? Would it turn you into a better person or not so much good of a person?
It depends on what.
And what is even too much?
Exactly, because it depends on the exposure that you are going towards, right? So therefore, some experiences would allow you to even gain plenty possessions, right? Some possessions will allow you to gain plenty experiences, right? I mean, it's tongue and tie up, but it's simple. It's truth. Because, for example, an experience of you having a good career will allow you to acquire a possession of a vehicle. And by acquiring the possession of a vehicle will allow you to have different type of experience in driving that vehicle because they get to go more places and so on. So that's an example of what I'm trying to say right there. So there's nothing wrong in plenty possessions or plenty experiences. It's having that balance and having that mindset where you don't want possessions. You don't want to be known for your possessions. But
What it takes to have that balance then?
a humble mind.
From your perspective, some possession, what it takes to have that balance?
A humble mind. And not just a humble mind, but a risky mind as well. Here's why. Because a humble mind would allow you to remember where you came from, right? No matter how rich you get, you remember where you came from. You remember you were only in a one-room house or a board house. You used to fill water, those type of things. You never used to have electricity in your house. So you remember where you came from. So you're always down to earth and you're always looking to help others. By helping others will also keep you down to earth and humble. But yet you have to be risky. The reason why I say you have to be risky, because if you want to create experiences for yourself or you want to elevate yourself, you can't go doubting and saying, well, I could use this money to pay bills, or I had to do this, I had to do that, and because every barrier that comes your way, you say, here what, it's better I ain't go there. So it's better I don't go to Tobago because I don't have the avenue and nobody in go, I mean, it's tend to make up all kind of excuses to avoid yourself from having that experience. So you have to have a risky mind to risk it for the biscuit, according to one of my friends, right? And in risking it for the biscuit, most times it will pull through, sometimes it will fall. But in the process, always be humble in it.
I would take that advice because I would say I don't really rely too much on the risk in it. I risk it sometimes, but not as much as I should from hearing what you have to say. So I would try it some more and see how it would balance my possessions and experience.
And then too, lastly, risking it as a young person. This is the time when you have to risk it. You can't say, hey, I'm going to wait until I get my career or I'm going to wait until I retire. No, because the older you get is the more responsibilities you get under your belt. And if you didn't have the mindset to risk right now, it wouldn't have the mindset to risk later. So, and then too, when you have family and all those sort of stuff, complications that's coming into life, you ain't gonna do nothing. Ain't gonna go nowhere. Ain't gonna experience nothing. So, risk it now, if you're risking it. Because right now, technically, you have nothing to lose, but everything.
Thank you for listening to On The Beat podcast. Feel free to share, follow, and subscribe on YouTube, Spotify, Facebook, and Instagram. Stay blessed, everyone.